I never expected a Thursday to change everything. The sunlight streamed through the apartment window, but it felt dim compared to the storm brewing inside me. My phone buzzed incessantly on the kitchen counter. When I finally picked it up, my heart skipped. A delivery notification. A bouquet has been delivered to your address. I frowned. I hadn't ordered flowers. My thoughts raced. Could it be from her? No. She was in Spain for a work trip. I was dating Liam, the love of my life, and nothing else made sense. When I opened the door, my eyes fell on the most exquisite bouquet I had ever seen. Deep red roses mixed with soft pink lilies, arranged with delicate elegance that screamed wealth and taste. A small card peeked out, and I trembled as I read it. For the woman who makes my son happier than I ever could. Hey! My stomach twisted. My boyfriend's dad? Andrew? Liam's father had always been distant, formal, even intimidating. Never once had he shown a hint of personal warmth. Flowers? For me? And that note, it felt almost too intimate, too personal. I couldn't ignore it. My mind spun in circles as I texted Liam. Babe! His dad sent me flowers. What? No reply. My anxiety grew. I tried calling. Straight to voicemail. My pulse raced, not just from confusion, but something deeper, something electric that made my cheeks flush. It wasn't the first time Andrew's attention had felt intense. At dinner parties. His eyes lingered on me a fraction too long, his hand brushing mine briefly under the table. I had brushed it off as imagination, guilt from enjoying attention I shouldn't. But now, the bouquet confirmed it. There was more there, something forbidden, something dangerous. That evening, Liam finally answered. His voice was warm, tired from work, completely unaware of the storm his dad had just created. Flowers? What are you talking about? His dad, he sent me flowers, with a note calling me intimate things about you. My voice cracked as I tried to explain the note's wording without sounding paranoid. There was a long pause. Then Liam's voice softened, hesitant. Wait, Andrew? My dad? Malik, just be careful. I'll talk to him. Don't read too much into it, okay? But I couldn't. Something inside me refused to dismiss it. I couldn't stop thinking about Andrew. The way he looked at me, the warmth in his eyes when he smiled, a subtle yearning that I'd always ignored. And now, the flowers. Days passed. Liam remained distracted with work, oblivious to the growing tension. Meanwhile, I noticed Andrew everywhere, at the grocery store, at the park with his dog, even on my early morning jogs, always subtle but unmistakable. He wasn't just watching. He was observing, studying, admiring. Then, the first real spark came. It was Saturday. Liam had an all-day meeting, leaving me alone. I was on the balcony, sipping coffee, when I felt a presence behind me. I turned. Andrew, hands casual in his pockets, but his eyes, God, those eyes, burned into mine. You like the flowers? He asked, his voice low, deliberate, intimate. I swallowed, my heart racing. They were unexpected. He stepped closer, the scent of his cologne intoxicating, dangerous. I hoped they'd reach you. I wanted you to know, I see you, Malik, more than anyone else does. My stomach flipped. This wasn't Liam's playful affection, or the flirty glances of someone at a bar. This was pure, forbidden, magnetic desire. I tried to back away. I can't. You're my boyfriend's father. Andrew's hand brushed mine, not aggressively, not crude, but with a gentleness that sent sparks up my arm. I know. That's what makes this thrilling, isn't it? The impossible. My knees nearly gave out. The tension between us was unbearable, electric, intoxicating. I wanted to run, but part of me wanted to stay, to feel this dangerous connection, to taste the forbidden. And just like that, the line between right and wrong blurred. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't think straight. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Andrew's face, felt his hand on mine. Imagined what it would be like if we crossed the line we were dancing around. Then came the weekend when Liam invited me over to his family's estate. A casual dinner, he said. But as soon as we arrived, Andrew greeted me at the door with that same piercing gaze. Malik, Come with me for a minute, he murmured, leading me to the library, the tension in his voice cutting through the air. I knew I should have walked away. Every rational part of me screamed to run. But the thrill, the longing, the undeniable chemistry, I couldn't resist. I can't, I whispered, but he stepped closer, closing the distance. Why? His voice was almost a growl, soft and demanding at the same time. Why fight something that's so clearly real? I couldn't answer. My heart thundered in my chest. He reached out, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear, and I shivered. His touch was electric, dangerous, yet comforting. And then the unthinkable happened. He leaned closer, our lips inches apart, and whispered, "Just once, Malik, let me." I gasped, not out of shock, but out of a desperate, hungry desire I'd never allowed myself to acknowledge. In that moment, I realized I wanted him too, more than I'd ever admitted, even to myself. We didn't kiss. Not yet, but the air between us ignited with an intensity one couldn't ignore. Every glance, every brush of our fingers, every whispered word was a storm. Dinner with Liam felt surreal. I laughed, spoke, smiled, but inside, I was drowning in tension. Andrew's presence lingered in my mind, intoxicating, impossible. After dinner, Liam retired to the study, leaving Andrew and me alone in the living room. "I can't stop thinking about you," he admitted, voice low, almost pained. "I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. But it's true." I felt the same, my voice barely audible. I know." We didn't speak for a long moment. Then Andrew reached out, brushing his hand along mine again, holding it gently. The touch was electric, searing, and I didn't pull away. It was forbidden, dangerous, and utterly consuming. But in that moment, all I wanted was him. That night, I lay in bed, heart pounding, mind racing. Liam's face, Andrew's face. They blurred together in a chaotic storm of desire and guilt. I knew I was stepping into dangerous territory, but some part of me couldn't resist. And I realized something terrifying and exhilarating. I wanted Andrew, not as Liam's father, not as forbidden attraction. I wanted him as mine in every way that mattered, and I was powerless to stop it. The story didn't end there. It was only beginning. Forbidden flowers had unlocked a forbidden desire, and once it bloomed, nothing would ever be the same again.